Welcome students. During this lecture, we shall study the rate equation for a 4-level laser. We remember that in a 3-level laser, we had to lift more than 50% of the atoms from the ground state in order to obtain the population inversion. This causes high loss and therefore the efficiency of a 3-level laser is naturally low. The solution to this problem is using another level, that means another level which may act as a metastable level, uh, so that the lower level is also an excited level. So this relieves the ground level from the role of a lower lasing level. As we see here in this diagram, there is the ground level, of course, where the number density is uh, more than all other levels. E4 is a broadband level, an excited level, and the lasing transition takes place between E2 and E3. These are two intermediate levels. And we note that if it is a lasing level, the population must be inverted between these levels E2 and E3. So this is the pump. Pump raises the active atoms from ground state to the excited level. Then a fast non-radiative transition takes place from 4 to 3. Then under the action of a lasing radiation, the laser action takes place from the metastable level 3 to the subground level 2, and that you may call a virtual ground level also, and from there a fast radiative non-radiative decay takes place to the ground level ultimately. So we see that level 2 is the lower lasing level. It is also an excited level. Also an excited level. Atoms from level 1 are pumped to level 4, which is a broadband level. From level 4, atoms make fast non-radiative transition. Level 3 is a metastable level having long lifetime. 3 to 2 is a lasing transition. Then lifetime of level 2 is very small. Atoms are quickly removed from here so that a population inversion may be maintained between 3 and 2, and there are very less active atoms at level 2. So this is our scheme. And now what is the advantage? Advantage is that the population inversion 3 to 2 can be obtained even for very small pump powers. This is a major advantage which lagged in the 3-level laser. Population inversion between 3 and 2 can be obtained even for very small pump powers. Now, level 4 is a broadband level, a collection of large number of levels. Thus, an optical pump source that emits broadband pump source, which emits photons over a broad range of frequencies, can be used as a pump to lift the atoms from 1 to 4. At room temperature, level 2 is mostly unpopulated. Level 2 is mostly unpopulated. This is a major requirement. Now you see we have four things, N1, N2, N3, N4, four quantities which represent the population densities of levels 1, 2, 3, 4 respectively. We can call them number density. WP is the pump rate for lifting the atoms. Number density pumped per unit time, which is the pump rate, of course. Now multiplying it with N1, as we have seen since the Einstein's equations, that the rate multiplied by the number density gives the number per unit time. So WPN1 gives the number of atoms pumped per unit time. That means number of atoms pumped per unit time. That means the rate of atoms pumped per unit time. As earlier, there are now three things. T43, which is the relaxation rate from level 4 to 3. Then there is T32 is for spontaneous transitions. And then there is T21, that is also a spontaneous transition. Now we see that it is mostly radiative because we choose the material like that only, and we avoid non-radiative transition because that causes heating up of the material. So this part is usually negligible, and it is the relaxation rate, or you may say the rate of spontaneous transition. So spontaneous, as you know, it is a one-way process. As we have studied earlier, W1 is pi square by h cross omega. We have written it in a suitable form, C by omega n naught squared A32 G1 omega I1 intensity of W1 lasing transition, and A32 is 1 over T spontaneous for T2, which is the relaxation time for transition between 3 and 2. Moving further, as earlier, we write it so as to give a better understanding of what is going on. Now you see, this part is stimulated emission, absorption, and you may invert it. You may write first of all N4, then N3, then N2, then N1. And you see, from first of all, transition from 1 to 4, then 3 to 2. Here in stimulated transition, the two-way process cannot be avoided, cannot be is always there, and it cannot be undone. 1 to 4, then that 4 to 3 is spontaneous. It is not under the action of a radiation. So 3 to 2, then 2 to 1 is also a fast one. It is also spontaneous because the difference between 1 and 2 is very small. So as absorption, we have the other way, the down train also, the up train and the down train. 1 to 4, 4 to 1, 2 to 3 and 3 to 2. Rest, we choose the material such that the difference between 3 and 4 is less, the difference between 1 and 2 is less, so that a spontaneous process takes place. And we see that 4 to 3 is spontaneous, 3 to 2 is again spontaneous, also spontaneous, and 1 to 2 is 2 to 1 is spontaneous. So here it may be noted that 3 to 2 is stimulated as well as spontaneous transitions. Now, once this picture is clear, we can easily write the rate equations. Let us try. First of all, the atoms are lifted from 1 to 4. So, it depletes the ground level. You see, minus sign is there, minus WpN1, it depletes, and a debiting is going on, and that credits to the fourth level. When we talk about 3 and 2, we see the radiation lifts from level 2 to level 3. So level 2 depletes and an amount is credited to level 3. So now this must be equal to, this must be equal to the, this is absorption. Absorption takes place, so it is the upward process actually. Now there must be, for absorption, there must be an emission also when we talk about stimulated one, because it is the under the action of some radiation, as told by Albert Einstein. Here also, because the rate is proportional to the number of active species present at that level. We must not forget this. So here it was multiplied, it is being multiplied by N1. Here it is being multiplied by N4. WpN4. I am adding to ground level when emission takes place from level 4. Now you see, similar thing happens for 3 and 2. Emission takes place from 3 to 2, so that debits from level 3, that credits to level 2. Now on the other side, we have a spontaneous process also, but that is only a one-way process from 4 to 3. 4 to 3. Now you see that here we have absorption, emission. for stimulated one. For spontaneous, we have only emission. But the debit and credit goes on. It debits from 4, so we are multiplying by N4 as told by Einstein. It is being credited to level 3, so we are multiplying by the same. The same thing is there. Only the one-way process is there. Moving further, similarly, we can write minus T32 N3 minus T21 N2. You know very easily the logic why it is so. Here, one cannot rule out the spontaneous transition from 4 to 2 and 4 to 1. They are neglected because atoms they relax to level 3 easily, and the material is chosen like that only. So we can write easily the rate equations dn4 by dt is equals to plus wpn1 minus wpn4 minus t43n4. Similarly, for n3, dn3 by dt is equals to w1n2 minus w1n3 plus t43n4 minus t32n3 and so on. We can very easily write all the 4 equations, rate equations. Now we have to solve them subject to the condition that under steady state, now n is equals to n1 plus n2 plus n3 plus n4, and individually also they are at rest because the rates they saturate in order to obey the steady state condition. Putting them equal to 0, each of the equation, we have these 4 equations in 4 variables. First is between n1 and 4, second is n2, n3, n4, third is between n2 and n3, fourth is n1, n2, n4. Now from here we can easily find the relation between n4 and n1. From here a relation between n3 and n2 can be obtained very easily. Here we have, if I substitute n4 in terms of n1, then I have 2 equations in variables n2 and n3 and n1 and n2. So now you see, once I have n4 in terms of n1, n2 in terms of n1, n3 in terms of n2, I can represent n3 in terms of n1 also. So all are known in terms of n1. Now we make it on paper and realize it, you see, using this first equation, putting it to equal to 0, N4 WP plus T4 3 and 4 equal to WP N1. So this gives N4 equal to WP by WP plus T4 3 into N1. Substituting equation 4 in 3B and 3D gives, we have to just eliminate N4 from these two equations. N2, N3, N1. So it gives an equation between N1 and N2. So easily N2 can be obtained, and here N4, now we have again obtained it in these sheets, and the sheets are being shared in the PDF link. We obtain N3 in terms of N2, using the third equation. N3 in terms of N2. N3 in terms of N2. And on substituting for N2, N2 we can obtain very easily, because we know the relation between N1, N2 and N4. N1, N2 and N1, N2 and N4. That means 3D. Because we know N4 in terms of N1, N4 in terms of N1. So we have an equation just between N2 and N1. All this. So N2 equal to WP by T21 bracket WP plus T43 N1. Now it simplifies our job. We have three equations in terms of N1, and actually we have four equations. So the total number density can be obtained in terms of N1. N1 plus the term for N2, then the term for, here you see N3, and this is N3 in terms of N2. So we have substituted N2 in terms of N1, then you know the N4 in terms of N1. So it simplifies like this in terms of N1. We have same thing here. Now, once we know N2 in terms of N1, N3 in terms of N1, N4 in terms of N1, and we have also obtained the total number N, number density in terms of N. If we want to find out the difference between populations of the leasing levels, that means 2 and 3, we have to just uh, subtract their numbers as calculated above, like this. Only substituting will help, and we see T43 T21 bracket to this thing is T43 T21. Now these are common. What is common? What is common? This thing is common. We take it out and rest we simplify and easily get this equation. This is all already taken out. T21 minus T32 by W1 plus T32 in terms of N1. Thus, on substituting for the effective fractional population inversion, let us write N2 by N1 term and the total N term here. And we see that N1 cancels out and rest few terms of denominator also cancel out. This cancels out, this cancels out. And what remains? What remains is ultimately WP T21 minus T32 by WP T21 plus T32 plus twice WP plus W1 T21 plus T21 T32 without using any approximation up till here. Now you see we obtained the fractional population inversion density ratio as this, and we have taken it together, the term involving W1. Rest this is there. Now continuing further, we get a simplified equation. Up till here we have not used any approximation, and we are at the page 5 of the notes. N3 minus N2 by N equal to WP bracket T21 minus T32 divided by WP plus T21 T32 plus the product of both terms, both rates, plus this is the pumping radiation, this is the leasing rate, 2WP plus T21. Now here, as earlier, we use the condition. This is actually the condition. We must have T21 greater than T32. So I can neglect here T32, but not from the product. So it simplifies. The relative population density, inversion density, comes out to be WP T21. Actually, we have applied this approximation here also, in numerator also, and we have the simplified equation then WP T21. Then I take T21 common, then WP T21 plus T32 plus W1, and this bracket is there. What we obtain, WP T21 divided by, we pull this term out. Pulling this term out, we obtain, this comes here, and we write it in an interesting form, WP divided by WP plus T32, and rest within this bracket in terms of W1. Now W1 is the lasing agent. We may see page 224 of the book Tyagarajan and Ghatak. So what this equation shows is that even for a very small pump rate between levels 1 to 4, one can obtain a population inversion between 3 and 2. Even if this term becomes 0, we have we can obtain the population inversion. Here you see, in a three level laser, the population inversion depends on the minimum pumping rate, WP threshold. So I give to you as an assignment to calculate the P threshold as we obtained in a three level laser. We can do it very easily. W1 is the same, barring this, where it is A32. So, but A32 is 1 over T spontaneous between 3 and 2. The second factor in equation 6 is the saturation behavior. When W1 tends to 0, we have delta N by N nearly equal to WP by WP plus T32. An example of a 4-level laser is the neodymium yttrium aluminum garnet, neodymium YAG layer, YAG layer. The properties of these lasers, the qualitative properties we will be studying after just a few lectures. So go through the text and solve the numericals in books Swelto, Yariv, Demtroder, Tyagarajan and Ghatak. And if you have any problem, we may meet on the Google Meet. So till then, bye. Thank you very much.